Indiana Jones, Indiana It's a podcast about Indiana Jones. Every movie, 1 minute at a time. Indiana Jones Minute.
Welcome back to the Indiana Jones Minute. This is the podcast where we get to the heart of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom 1 minute at a time. I'm Tom Taylor.
I'm Pete Mummert.
I'm Gerald Christopher Marcus Porter.
And you are all breathing a sigh of relief because we are once again joined by the marvelous Heather Antos. Welcome back, Heather.
Hey, has it been a whole day already?
It has. Where have you been? We turn these things off and we're all just in limbo, just floating around for the next...
So crazy.
Yeah. But here we are. Thank you all for listening, because now we have corporeal form again. Thank you. But only while we talk about minute 53, which begins with Indy telling Shorty to turn off the switch. And it ends with Indy beginning to examine a statue in Willie's room.
I've got a couple of questions about this switch deal here. Now, first of all, why does Indy ask Shorty to turn it off when he runs right past the switch?
Because the door is open. He has to fly open the door. And so the door is just blocking his way to the switch. And Shorty's just perfectly fit. It's an aesthetic thing. It's a feng shui thing. It's like a nice little Tetris moment. Time management. He's got to do,
Maybe he just wants to involve him, too. He wants to give him something to do. Hey, you could be my little helper.
He's so traumatized. He's trying to help snap him back to reality, and
You can unkill the guy by turning off the switch.
Right, he slides under him.
That's weird. That's super weird. Yeah,
it's kind of cool though. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why he does though.
I
there's
don't
plenty
either.
of room for him to walk around.
Yeah.
Because he's Indiana Jones. His life is a
well, yes. I mean, why?
Gotta get a little
on
sugar in there.
My second question was, talking about helping Shorty cope, is leaving Shorty alone in the room with a man that he just saw die violently a good way to help him cope?
I don't know. I'm running around.
Yeah, everybody gets upset at me for my questions. No, it's not. And not only that, you're just you would absolutely 100. I mean, I would think you would take Shorty with you out of the room.
Yeah. It seems like a strange reaction.
Yeah, it is. That's because it is a strange reaction. I don't know why he doesn't leave him spinning up there on the fan. Like if you cut him down, I mean the guy's up there. We don't really know that the guy is 100% completely dead. At least I wouldn't. Yeah. I'd be like, no, he needs to be up there for like a good hour and a half.
Right.
It's hot though. You're in India. He probably just wanted to turn the fan back on.
He wants his fan back. Yeah.
He wants his fan back.
Get him off that. Yeah, I mean, look at these sweat stains. This is true.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say this: that ceiling fan is incredibly well made. I mean,
it has not fallen down.
Yeah, it whirls a grown assassin around like a merry-go-round and loses no momentum.
Yeah.
And you'd never find a ceiling fan like that these days.
And it stays in the ceiling for one thing. I mean, even that's impressive.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go hang on my ceiling fan and expect anything not terrible to happen.
I used to paint houses, and I was always up painting ceilings. And I can tell you, the newer houses, I mean, all those sorts of things, the ceiling fans and the window frames and the door frames, they suck. They're horribly made these days. As if everybody just goes to Home Depot and can you imagine the assassin hanging from a Home Depot fan?
Yeah. Break his ankle.
Yeah, exactly. He'd go up and you'd be like, oh my God, that was amazing. And then he'd fall right back down and he'd just kind of lightly land and then he'd kill Indy and Shorty.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Home Depot.
Yeah. Jerks.
Most of the rest of this minute is stupid. I don't like the rest of this thing.
Tell us how you really feel.
Okay.
Yeah, wow.
Here's how it... Well, this is another case. I know that we know that Willie's stupid and that she's annoying and everything, but she is not this stupid. This is like the third or fourth time that I've seen a scene like this where she's just not this dumb, but she's acting this dumb for some reason. Like she's like, for a full minute almost, she's thinking that Indy is there to finally make deep, passionate love to her, and she's not getting that he somehow isn't connected. Like, you're acting very strange. I'm right here, and like all this stuff. And it's just, she's not that dumb. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna play Willie's advocate here.
Of course you are.
And I'm gonna say, when he left last time, there was some talk about maybe some role playing that was going to be going on with the palace slave thing. And he comes charging in, and he's all disheveled. Yeah. And she could be buying the idea that this is an act, because she says, "Be gentle with me." Like the thing she's saying leads me to believe that she thinks he's playing a game.
They didn't set up a safe word or anything, though. This would go horribly wrong.
You know what I don't understand? I mean, all of this stupidity, to use your word, Tom, could be, could have been cleared up immediately if Indy just came in and he goes like, "Hey, hang on a second, hang on, just give me a minute."
Yeah, I was almost just killed in my room by a guy, an assassin.
Yeah, it's just
Right.
like if he just maybe explained just like a 1 or 2 sentence. I know he doesn't want to freak her out. He don't want to say like, "Hey, I was just almost killed by an assassin, and there might be somebody in your room." I know he's not going to do that.
Yeah,
but
is it possible that Indy's in shock because
he could be.
He leaves Shorty like, in that weird situation, and then he comes in, and his main reaction to Willie's distress is to tuck his shirt in.
He's like, "No, you're not getting any.
Yeah.
Let me really establish that I am dressed.
Locking this off.
Staying dressed." Well, yeah, no, that's. I mean, the easy thing that he could have said is, "Are you alone?" I mean, if you're going in that like role play zone, you just say, "Are you alone?"
Yeah,
and then he's looking for someone, and then she can continue blissfully thinking it's all part of some sexual fantasy. Win-win for everyone.
What it is, I mean, if you're Willie, Indy is acting awfully strange.
Yeah.
And I understand it's kind of set up for the gag, I guess.
that's the thing, though. Like, there's so many things in this movie that are a setup for either a gag or to get the plot going or something, and like nothing happens naturally or logically in this movie. There are no scenes in Raiders where you're like, all he had to do was tell the guy the thing, it was a big misunderstanding. It was just a shower curtain. Oh my gosh. It's like none of that stuff in that movie. And it just all made logical sense, given the supernatural nature of things, but still.
Well, I actually kind of like that about this movie. And I mean, not in the sense we usually talk about it, but it gives everything sort of a fever dream sense. Like everything's got this weird surreality to it. And everything seems not quite real. And I think that it gives almost a magical quality to a lot of the movie, which I actually kind of like.
It's a lot of set 'em up, knock 'em down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For better, for worse.
A lot of movie logic, which isn't always logical.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what? Then he gets smart. He gets smart and logical. And he gets very methodical, and he sees those flowers kind of moving a little bit. I like that. He kind of tracks that to the
Well,
statue.
he is a scientist. So.
He's a scientist.
Yeah, he's...
As he declares in this film.
Yeah. Was he shocked? Was he shocked by that?
He doesn't seem shocked.
No.
So we get the divinity wind chime effect. Like the same thing we got with Yahweh and Raiders, we get now with Shiva. Well, I don't know if it's not necessarily divinity here, but it sounds like when Yahweh's coming in Raiders.
Yeah. Although wouldn't this be Kali?
No. I think it's absolutely Shiva appearing, saying,
This way.
Indy. Yeah, the Temple of Doom is right behind these boobs.
Come fondle these boobs in front of the girl who wants to sleep with you.
Right.
I think it's definitely Shiva.
Yeah.
And just kind of guiding them, directing them.
I think it's a breeze. I think there's
What
a
do
draft
you
'cause
think
there's
it
a
is,
secret
audience?
Well, one thing this has for you, Tom, is after the wind sound, there's kind of this strange, kind of ephemeral background noise that sounds almost exactly like every time in the original Star Trek series when they go onto a strange planet. It's kind of the background noise.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Wow, that's incredible. I didn't even put that together. That's exactly right. Yeah, that kind of kind of windy, but almost sort of like...
Almost some chimes in there, almost some...
Yeah, there's like a musical note in there somehow or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Now I like it. No, I wouldn't. It's Shiva. I'll give you that. It's Shiva.
They are very consistent about the wind and the deities.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would deities do without wind? They wouldn't be able to communicate at all.
I think it has to be Shiva, because we'll find out when he goes in, like after he opens up the portal, like I'm getting a little bit ahead, but there's enough wind to blow those flowers, but there's not enough wind to blow out a match. Well, that just leads me to believe that the wind is supernaturally generated.
Or that it's just like, it's focused and channeled when the thing is closed, and it creates a stronger breeze through the thing because it's got a smaller opening or something. Science. Nothing shocks me. Do you like that line, Heather? I was praising that line. I love that line.
I love that line. I think it's great. I don't know. It's kind of along the lines of my personality. So
yeah. I agree. Okay, I just wanted to check.
Yeah, I'm on your side. Don't worry.
Thank you. That's all I ask.
I'm with you on this one thing.
All right. I'll hold on to that. Thank you. Well, is that it? My gosh.
Is that it? Is that all you got?
Pick this one dry?
Well, as you declared at the beginning of the session, nothing happens in this minute. Or would you say it was a stupid minute or a dumb minute?
Well,
Everything in this minute is stupid.
I just don't have I don't even have any notes. I have like a sentence explaining why it's stupid. And that's kind of the entire minute here. Like, that's kind of all that goes on.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you, but it's just don't act shocked when no one says anything.
I mean, you don't have to agree with me.
Well, unfortunately, it's a pivotal moment. I mean, Indiana Jones is literally discovering the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, Tom, you're very distracted. I
am.
And I'm not saying you're
distracted.
alone. I'm not saying it's not without reason.
It's not the first time an interesting scene has been interrupted to death by Willie.
Yeah.
Well, is this her still suffering the effects of starvation? Because she's all over the map. Like, her emotions are completely unregulated right now.
Well, I mean, as Indy says, you know what your problem is. What you always get what you want, and so when the doors are thrown up open and there's Indy, that's the second she gets what she wants, right? I mean, she's won.
She thinks.
Yeah, she thinks.
What if he wasn't looking for an assassin? What if he was there to have sex with her and he was acting exactly like this?
I actually like that because he kind of bear crawls, and I think it's. I mean, I'll be honest. I think it's hysterical. Whoever said that they're just doing like role play here,
Right.
and like Indy's playing like some weird grizzly bear.
Yeah, I'm
like
the not quite right gardener. Yeah.
Oh my god, a not quite right gardener. It would be. It's very confusing to Willie, I have to say. I think
Poor lady.
Yeah, poor lady.
Well, if you look at it through that lens, like if you imagine that is why Indy's actually there, is her reaction more natural?
Well, yes, she's getting into it, and she's a little bit taken aback. She wasn't expecting him. She's like, "Oh, go, be gentle."
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you would say to a not right gardener.
Right.
Yeah, be gentle. I mean,
Maybe she thinks this is the scientific method, and she just doesn't know enough about how scientists do stuff, and she's just lost and confused.
I don't know. I think we're all just kind of, grasping at straws here.
Yeah.
It's a tough.
I think the
little
movie thought it would be
thing.
funny if there was some confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. Thanks, movie.
How about if I ask a couple inappropriate questions about sex?
All right. We'll bleep 'em.
Oh wait, this just in from Professor Christy Porter.
Oh, thank God.
Paranoia saves lives.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. In many
not wrong.
ways, she watched the whole minute, and that's what she came up with.
Sure. That'll be a shirt.
Yeah, I'm making that one now.
That is, that does creep me out. Like Shorty's in the other room.
Yeah, what is Shorty doing? Cut back to Shorty right now. What is he
Hanging out with the
literally doing?
dead guy. I don't know.
But then was in a way, look, as Indy busts into Willie's room, is he thinking like, I don't want to bring Shorty because there could be another assassin in here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but how does he know there's not another assassin in their room?
Exactly, in the other room, exactly, which is what I was thinking. Or
Yeah.
at the way Indy deals with Shorty, I wouldn't be surprised if he'd bring him into Willie's room anyway and just be like, "Hey, kid,
Yeah.
Yeah. Go stand in a bunch of weird corners.
yeah, go stand in a bunch of weird corners and watch what I do to the next assassin."
Yeah. God, you know what? You know what Shorty's probably actually literally doing right now? He's probably slowly unwrapping the whip from the guy's neck.
Because Jones has to get the
Yeah.
whip back.
Yeah, Dr. Jones needs his whip.
man.
I'll be a good short round. I'll get the whip back for him. I'm a good kid. He loves me.
It'll cost me $150 at the shrink's office when I'm 28, but
Yeah. And that's a 1936 doll.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh God.
Poor Shorty.
See, I feel like should we should we cut this minute down from the fan?
Yeah. Jerry, hit the switch. Well, if nobody has anything else, I'm going to thank our guest Heather once again for coming to join us for these few minutes because it's been awesome.
Thank you for having me, as always. I have a blast with you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you're welcome back anytime. We'll see you maybe in where's that other one take place? Venice or something? Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
Jordan. Connecticut. I said Connecticut.
Treasure Island, San Francisco. Yeah.
Whatever. But Heather, tell us again where people can get in touch with you and follow what you're doing.
The best place, figuratively, keyword. No, the best place to get in touch with me is Twitter. You can find me at Heather Antos. It's HeHeRAntos.
Beautiful. And everyone should feel free to come join us at the Indiana Jones Minute and the Listeners Crusade on Facebook. Our listeners are brilliant, and none of them are more brilliant than you. So you should be on there checking it out and joining the conversation. And please come back here tomorrow and join us for our conversation about minute 54 of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom here on the Indiana Jones Minute.
You?
Wait, what was that from?
Yeah, what was that from? You
You
cheated.
said you were talking about the most brilliant person being you. And I'm saying you, listener, are the hero of your story.
Wow.
I'm giving you
We can
your
reference
hero
our
shot.
own show with those? We can reference the podcast, not just the movie? That's awesome.
That's good. Wait, I want to do one. Can I do one?
Yeah.
You? Well, that was great, Pete.
Can we get a Jones from
Yeah.
Heather?
I think we can. I think you've earned it.
Okay, thank you.
You ready?
Yeah.
Jones!
Beautiful.
Nice.
Awesome.